Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Caitlin. I am back, and I came back again with a new hair, which is really cool. And I really love it because it outlines or it shows my features evidently, and it's really cool. And I love it. I'm rocking it. I love it. What do you guys think? So, my branding, my name is Hardcore Herbivore, which is I'm strong as vegan. I'm vegan AF, and yeah, pretty much it. I have here a really cool mic. I'm using it right now as we speak, and this is the mic that I bought for my podcast, and I can use this as well if I would have eventually a guest on my podcast in the future. And this is a solo podcast and more of like a diary type of blog type of thing, which is I'm actually quite enjoying making these for YouTube and everybody to have a mentor online, and I am your mentor. For this time and for today, I will be discussing the subgenre this time of the one that we had talked about previously in the other video, which is the chapter 1 of the Power of Now book. That book is very special and one of a kind, since it came from a friend who introduced that book for me, and I am committing myself to finishing this book and be productive about it. And especially, like, I think this is one of the things that I can do and what you can do as well to, if you really have a reader's block, you would or you could read a book at the same time, making it to insert creativity on it, like what I'm doing. I have a reader's block, and for me to actually be productive about and to commit finishing the book, I turn it into a podcast, into a diary, so I can look back into it and actually finish the book and get something out of it too. Which is really a great idea that I have just made and put out. And I really think that it is very effective to actually do this and eventually finish the book and be able to help other people as well as I help myself. And these are all what I've read. I'm going to read everything, and I will be putting ideas and all sorts of what I've learned through reading each of the chapters and the sub-chapters, as well as paragraphs and all of the words and learnings that I could pick up along the way with the book. The subgenre, oh, hold on. The subchapter I meant to say is called Freeing Yourself from Your Mind. This is very important as well. I believe everything is, and it is actually very essential for me to actually say and do this for myself and for everybody else who can relate, is doing this. Freeing yourself from your mind. So in the book, there is something that they have said, the author. The author said, watch the thinker, or watching the thinker. So if you watch the thinker, it means you watch your mind. You are going to look at how chattery your mind is, or how your mind is actually talkative or negative, or even positive or optimistic. So the way that our mind think, or we can't think nonstop. Sometimes we worry, sometimes we have fears and regrets that comes out or is always there at the best of us, and like we're anxious or nervous about things. We have to look at our mind, the way we think, so we have to observe the way we think silently. So I think that the way we can do this is by have self-awareness, have a really high self-awareness and observation as well, and pay attention to how we think. In regards to myself is how I think. I have to look at how I think about in the daily life that I do in certain activities. Like if I am overwhelmed, I should be more self-aware. Tschüss. I love you. So that's Tris. This is Tris, rising star. I love you, boy. Yeah, he is a really great boy. Oh no! Hey, he just. Okay, so he went away. But that is a really great entry point for this video. I mean, like, it's a highlight of the video. He was doing the cat thing to the mic. Yeah, so a little bit of like not being serious about a video. Another thing is to further explain about Watch the Thinker, Watch About Our Mind. We have to pay attention really closely to what we're feeling, the emotions to react before we react, and that is like one of the things that I actually thought about Watch the Thinker, what it means, and what it actually could mean is that, yeah, that one, is that we have to observe ourselves and pay attention a lot to what we are thinking and how we are, and observe ourselves a lot and take action from there. Okay. And the other one is no mind. These are the keywords that I am getting from the subchapter itself. So the first one is watch the thinker. Second is pay no mind or no mind. And then lastly would be at present, be in the now. No mind is, from my understanding, from my knowledge, is that I think that paying no mind is not to think too much or too less of something, and to just be in yourself, really, to be in touch with yourself. I think that this is really great as well, to not be bothered by a lot of triggering things. I really think that paying no mind is a very important way of practicing, do selective listening or hearing, or just be selective and still be at present with everything that's around you, but to have less triggering encounterments, I guess, for this one. That's how I have understood this. And lastly would have to be at the present. How do we stay at the present is the difficult part, because most of us are entrapped with our past and future life. I really think that a lot of us as well are in the past because of one thing that has happened or one thing that has been said or done by a person. We already think about that for the rest of our lives or some long time. But I really think that we should stay focused on the good parts of what a person can and could do for us and have done for us, than solely just thinking about the past and what has happened with them or what has gone down or was said, and that's your view of them completely disregarding the good parts. We have to be more considerate, and especially like all of us are not that perfect and that we are going through a lot of things as well. We have our own thing going on, and I really think that we shouldn't really heavily rely on the past because it doesn't really define who we are. And for the future is really great, and it is essentially how we want things to go by, right? But sometimes one way or another, it could happen in a different way, and it will happen once we manifest it. And as well as nothing is in nothing is impossible, and everything is inevitable and within our reach as well. I really believe that once we dream on it, manifest it, do an action straight away today, right now, we are a lot of step ahead. We have a lot of step ahead. We have a lot of progress going on, and it will happen. But we cannot dwell on the past with our future as well, or we cannot just sit on our future without doing anything in the present. Right now, at this moment, this is it. So we don't have to go back, but we can move forth if we stay on the now. If we stay on the present, if we stay in touch and align with ourselves, and that's how we get to our dream. And the other thing about being at present is how we can free our mind by staying in the present. Let's say we keep on dwelling with our past, our traumas, our anxiety, our sadness, and so forth, that are negative emotions, negative vibrations. I know that it will stick sometimes, and for it to be lighter, this is how I understood this sub chapter. It has to be that you are in the present to free yourself from your mind, right? So, what we can do is when we're just, an example is like stepping down the staircase, you can just feel the gravity of that, like not the gravity, but the gravity itself when you're going down one step at a time. And notice your breathing, notice how you are holding the rail, notice how everything else is quiet and the world is still, and you are just alone walking down the stairs or going up, or any way that you are doing, going towards the goal of maybe taking the escalator or like taking the elevator and so forth. Like simple daily activities of life, like brushing your teeth, and as well as you can also just be simply cooking at home, and you can also be like, what I'm saying is that when you brush your teeth, you carefully brush your teeth and notice how you're using your non-dominant hand or your dominant hand, or the way that it feels when you wash your hands, the flow of the water, the soap, the cleanliness of it, and everything else. Simple daily activities, the simplest of things that can really divert your thoughts to being at the present. And you can practice this daily, and it will really help you not to think about the left and the right, the backward or the forward, and you're just towards the center, which is what it is right now. And that's the gift of life. And I really think that it is essential for everybody else to practice this so that we won't tend to go left, so we can move towards the right path, the right way. Wonderful. And I'll see you on the next one again. And it'll be a few more sub chapters, and we're on to chapter 2. See ya. Hey da.